Hey there, Sarah Madras here, founder of Esteem Builders Coaching. Welcome, welcome. I'm happy to have you here today. As a motivational speaker, corporate trainer, and relationship therapist, I help you to build strong relationships. So if you are tired of having yet another failed relationship and you want to learn the relationship skills so that you can have long-term connection and fun and joy in your relationships, then I am your go-to expert for all things relationships. So I am happy to have you here today. And today we are going to be talking about forgiveness. Now, I don't know about you, but forgiveness is a doozy for me. It is something that a muscle that I'm still trying to strengthen and something I'm still practicing and working on. And so this is going to be a tough one for me. So if it's a tough one for you, just know that you are not alone in this. So what sparked this conversation is actually an episode of the TV show The Fosters. Now, if you don't watch the show, in the episode, the woman is talking about how her father passed away and how she was never able to say the things to him that she wanted to, about how she felt like he didn't love her, and that she felt like because he rejected her and her lifestyle, that it made her feel like there was something wrong with her, that she was wrong, and that she wasn't worthy of being loved by her father. And so that has impacted her in her relationships and feeling like she isn't worthy of love, or that that person will eventually leave and betray her as well, or abandon her as well. And so in the episode, she's essentially having this conversation with her dad and saying, I'm still angry with you. I'm still upset with you because I felt this way from you and I haven't been able to forgive you yet. And he isn't able, she says, all I ever wanted to hear from you is that you love me, that you're proud of me, and that you would always be there for me. And because he's passed away, he said, I can't give that to you, but you can give it to yourself. You can say those things to yourself. And so she did. She said, I am proud of myself. I am proud of the woman I have become. I am proud of the family that I have created. I am loved, and I love this life that we have. And in the episode, the father, the image of the father says to her, now, as soon as you can truly believe that, then you'll be able to see all the good things I did for you and all the ways that I did love you and how I was always proud of you and did love you. And it was this beautiful, poignant moment, because that's what happens to us as humans, is when we've been hurt by someone, it's hard for us to see the good things that they did. It's where we kind of get stuck and looking through the lens of the pain and the hurt and the mistakes that they made, especially when it comes to parenting. And as a mom now myself, I know I'm sure I'm making thousands of mistakes as a parent. And I'm also sure that I'm making thousands of awesome things and moments and memories in building these. And so it's just a matter of what are the things that my child is going to remember after growing up. Are my boys going to be adults and then they're only going to remember the mistakes that I made? I hope not. I hope that they remember all the times that I did love. But when there's pain and hurt and when you feel abandoned and rejected, it's hard to remember those moments and those memories of when you were loved. But when you're able to love yourself, then you're able to see how other people loved you in their way. And may not have been perfect or always the way that you wanted it, but they showed love, and they were there and present and did things, and there were positive things about it. So it was about her being able to forgive her dad for the mistakes he made and how he didn't handle things the way he wished he would have. And it's also about her being able to forgive herself for carrying it around that long, and forgive herself for not being able to see all the ways he did love her, and forgive herself for not being able to love herself so strong and fiercely that she could see all the ways that he loved her growing up. And so forgiveness is not something, it's not like she had this magical conversation, you know, and everything is healed and everything's great. Forgiveness is this thing that we get up and we do every day. And it's something that we offer to ourselves, and it's something that you offer to the person who caused you the pain. So it's about knowing and believing that everybody is doing the best they can with who they are, the skills they have, right in that moment. And if you truly believe that, if you can say, I believe that that person was doing the best that they could with who they were, their life experiences, and the tools and skills they had available to them at that moment, then you're able to forgive them for that moment. When they know better, then they can do better. And so it's being able to see that same thing in yourself of, in that moment, who I was in that moment, I was doing the best that I could. When I yelled, you know, at my kid and was like, just get in the car. In that moment, that was maybe like, hey, I wish I would have handled that differently. But in that moment, given the circumstances, given the chaos, like, I'm fallible too. And I was doing my best in that moment of maintaining and of trying to get them in the car on time and trying to get them to school on time and trying to get to work on time, things like that. So if you can forgive yourself and love yourself, then you're able to make the room to forgive others. And so I kind of say it like this. If you are going through your life always looking for that person to hand you an apple, and while you're going, they're handing you 20 oranges, and you're like, I don't even see the oranges. I just want the apple. The only thing you're looking for is the apple, just that one specific way that you can receive their love. They're giving you love and oranges. They're showering you with oranges, but you missed all the oranges because you were only looking for the apple. And so I'll ask people and I'll say, that was an orange. When they're frustrated, you know, when the adults come to me and the adult children and they're frustrated with their parents and they're saying, for goodness sakes, I'm 30-some years old and I still don't feel loved by my parents. And they'll give me examples and situations that happen. And I'll say, that was an orange. They were giving you an orange. It's making you crazy that all you wanted your dad to do was to help you put together your son's tricycle, and he kept telling you how to do it, and you were like, what's wrong with the way I'm doing it? And you took it as criticism, and he was trying to give you an orange of saying, hey, I'm trying to help and be here with you to build the bike together so we can share this experience. But you saw it as criticism because you wanted the apple. You wanted him to say, you're doing a great job, you're a great dad, you know, you bought him this bike, you're putting on the training wheels, you're an awesome father. You wanted that apple. And by him being there with you to help you put the bike together, that was his way of trying to connect with you, and he was giving you an orange. And you missed it because you only see the apples. And oranges can taste just as filling. So keep that in mind when you're looking at your relationships and thinking, I cannot forgive this person. Then stop and say, where have I missed the oranges when I was looking for apples? Because you can build forgiveness off of those experiences. You can build forgiveness off of those experiences of receiving the oranges instead of the apples. Okay? So I hope that helps. And remember that forgiveness is something that you can do over and over. And maybe it's 100 times a day. If the pain is really bad, when that anger comes up or that memory comes up, and you have to say each time, I forgive this person. They were doing the best that they could with who they were, the pain and the suffering that they must have been in order to react that way to me. And I can forgive them and see all the oranges that were along our lifetime and our experiences together. So, alrighty, as always, if you have any questions or if I can be of help to you in your relationships, feel free to reach out to me at sarahmadras.com. The link is going to be in the description. Thanks so much. And until next time, remember, build what you need.